headphones.
So
These,
you gotta get another one, huh?
yeah, man. These were really nice, but I want to blame it on the kids because they come over here and I tell them not
Don't
to.
touch
So
that.
yeah, and I don't know if they actually did or not, but I want to blame it on them because
Yeah.
yeah, they come over here.
Like you might need to lean a little bit forward. I can't quite hear you too well.
How about now? You
Oh
good?
yeah.
All
Yeah.
right, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, man. I'm gonna put my hood on. Let me see what that looks like. Yeah, that's cool. It's a good different look.
Yeah.
But that keeps my headphone in place. All right. Here
Now
we
I could
go.
be mistaken, but I think might be the first episode of the new year.
Oh, it definitely is, man. It
Yeah.
definitely is.
I think
February
so, because
3rd.
I can't remember the last person was I think it was Blake. So that's why I was checking. I was like, is this this I think that's why I've been pushing so hard that we do an episode because I was like, we need to start off the new year with you and me.
Yeah, for sure, man. When you said that, for some reason, I was thinking it was like January 3rd, but you're right, it is February.
Oh yeah, it is
Yeah, I was off
most
of
definitely the like this whole year started out with a freaking rap. It's off to the races, man. It's so crazy to me.
Man, this was the fastest January I can remember. I mean, it's super fast. It went
It
super fast.
it and it's a pretty big year for you, man.
Huge,
If I'm not
man.
mistaken.
Yeah, for one, I turned 40 this year.
What?
See, and you weren't even thinking about that one. Yeah, I'll be 40 this year.
I didn't realize you were that young.
Really? I'm
Wow.
3 years behind you.
No, you're 4 years behind me.
You'll be 44 this year?
Yeah.
Okay, well, yeah, 4 years.
You so okay. So if you'll be 40 this year, that means you were born in 1984.
I was, man. Good year. Great
So
year.
yeah, no, I was born in
84.
1980.
Man, you just did make it the 80s, baby. You were almost a 70s baby, man. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Well, think about it this way. Billy Bob was born in 80.
Wow.
Zach, we don't know
Great
how old Zach
guys.
is.
Nobody does.
He
Nobody.
could be 40 this year and he's like, he's still 16.
Zach might not even have his birth certificate. Nobody knows.
Oh, that would be a fun hangout. It's us and Zach.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. Had to have him play something on the guitar while we sing.
Especially the old Ghostbusters. You know they're doing a new Ghostbusters movie.
No, I didn't know that.
Yep, they did
Didn't know that.
after the success of Ghostbusters Afterlife. They have greenlit. It's called Ghostbusters Frozen Empire.
Wow. Do you know? Okay, so Mr. Freeze will be on there. I think he was from Ghostbusters.
No.
No, he's from Batman. I'm sorry,
Yes,
Marvel.
that's why I
Oh,
laughed.
okay. So, do you know if they're bringing back any of the originals from the
All of
1980s
them except
Ghostbusters?
for Harold Ramis, who passed away. Like
Right.
I can't remember when he passed away, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. It was like
So
about 5 years ago, 4 years ago. Yeah.
Afterlife, they what they actually did was they are you gonna watch Afterlife?
I will. Sure.
Okay,
Oh,
well
yeah. So, don't tell me then. If it
I don't
was
want to
good,
spoil it
don't
to you.
tell me. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Like the in between Ghostbusters where they kind of remade Ghostbusters.
Hmm.
I hadn't seen that, but I haven't heard a lot of good reviews about it. But Afterlife is a continuation of Ghostbusters 2
Okay.
from the 80s. So,
Oh,
and
wow.
I can't tell you anything about
I gotta
Afterlife
see it
because
then. I've gotta
Frozen
see it.
Empire, it kind of it yeah. So,
So,
but
yesterday I was scrolling online and I saw that they're doing a sequel to Gladiator.
yes,
The
yes,
yeah, I gotta see
Ridley
who's gonna
Scott
be in
movie.
that one. Yeah, I gotta see who's gonna be in
I
that one because
don't think I think they're just maybe doing like a historical, like it's a sequel, but they're not obviously they can't use Russell Crowe.
right.
I don't think because the character's dead. So
Yeah,
I
that's
don't know.
true. That's true. Um, but yeah, man. So you were saying big year for me. Were you referring to anything in specifically, or were you just kind of just
Well, this is
saying?
what there's a lot of things going on big for
Oh,
you,
okay,
man.
okay.
You know, I want to hear about it.
Oh, oh well, yeah. We're gonna have to
And I'm
talk
sure
about.
anybody else that's this thing right here. This I think I just
Yeah,
did
man.
something to my headphones too by doing that.
Yeah, I was looking at your look there, man. It's almost like you got this. I
Well,
don't know how to
the headphones are fine.
describe it.
I'm just have it so I can hear Evie
Yeah.
or Bishop since
Okay.
it's so
Okay.
early. And so what we did was is we actually, she's got the little baby gate on her door.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we opened the baby gate door so she can, if she needs to get out and go to the bathroom, she can. We set up like a stick up ring cam that shoots into her bedroom so that way it can detect motion. But I'm also just kind of listening out just in case she,
Okay.
you know,
It kind of looked like a new hairdo for the long. I kept looking at you like, okay, that's his. Okay, it's his headphone missing. It
that
looked like
would
he had a
not,
swoop.
that
Like I
wouldn't,
said, okay, new year, new James,
no,
new year, new
no,
you. No.
no, that would not be professional. In my new job, that would, definitely, that would not convey a lot of trust for people. They'd be like, I like doing business with a guy,
You
but
don't
man,
you
that
don't
hairstyle.
you don't think that would just show credibility, man? You having this your hair
No,
just slicked down to one side
no,
like that, and
mm-mm.
all kind of bald on the other side,
Yeah,
the real low
no,
cut, buzz cut.
no,
Okay, okay.
no,
I didn't know.
no.
I thought it did well for the villain in the Fifth Element, but hey.
Well, but see, that's the thing. That's a movie, and it's a sci-fi movie, and it's even though it's an action movie, it's got little bits of comedy. I think his hairstyle was a comedic take. I think,
Oh, oh
yeah,
wow.
yeah.
Okay.
But it
Yeah.
has the great Chris Tucker in it, so he carried the movie pretty
Oh
good.
yeah, man. That was excellent job. Excellent job. Bruce Willis too. I mean, and I mean that was I love that movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's one of
Fifth
the great
Element,
it's
man.
one of the breakout movies for Mila Jovovich. That's for sure.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
I haven't what has she been in anything recently
Uh,
that you
recently
seen?
that I can think of is the Resident Evil movies.
Okay. But those are like a while ago now, right? The last one
Yeah, I don't
was
think she's been in anything really
yeah.
recent, but I think she's got like two kids now, you
Oh
know?
yeah. That'll
So,
yeah.
you know,
That'll do it. Family will do it.
yeah. There's only so much a nanny can do, you know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Or
Gotta
so much as a mother you'd want a nanny to do.
right, right. Yeah,
If
yeah,
you're a good mother,
gotta be
I'm not
there.
saying she's
Right.
not a good mother. I'm just saying that, as a parent, you just it's like, where's my
Gotta be
mom?
there
Oh, she's off
sometime.
acting
Right.
again.
Right.
She's
Right.
off somewhere. I don't know. I'm your mother now. That actor, his
Yeah.
in memes,
Funny.
I don't know what his name is, but you can just like the second I say that, you're like, oh, I know exactly that he's referencing. I'm the
No.
captain now. I'm the captain now.
Oh no. But you know me, I'm usually behind on these things, so I'm sure.
Tom Hanks was in the movie. Pirates
Oh.
off the coast of Somalia, I think. The guy takes the boat from the captain and says, I'm the captain now.
Oh yes. Okay.
Say,
It's
you
been
knew
a
it.
while.
Yeah.
It's been a while. Okay.
Okay. So
I
my
do
joke
remember
went
that.
right over your head talking about I'm the mom now.
Yeah, it
Vanny,
did.
I'm the mom.
It
Yeah, okay.
did. I
See.
mean, that's just not.
But this is the only time we can really do this thing is this early in the morning where our brains are semi-firing.
Well, it's been so long since I saw that movie too. I mean, it's been like at least 2 or 3 years, 3 years or so. So yeah, but no, I got
It's
you.
okay. I've never seen that movie.
Oh, you just saw the meme.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it Captain Phillips? Isn't that the name of the movie?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Captain with the F.
It's so bad. We're both sitting here. It's like, is that the name of the movie? It's like, I think so, yeah.
I know it had Captain in it.
Because he played another captain in a different movie. It was a plane that
Yeah.
went down over New York.
Yep. Yep.
Tom
And
Hanks
he's
is good
done
at playing captains.
I was about to say, yeah, or
And wasn't he a
or
captain in that movie, that World War II movie too?
I'm
Where
not sure,
Saving Private Ryan? Because he was in that. Wouldn't that be
but
funny if he was a captain in that movie?
it would be, and even when he played Castaway, he was traveling, so maybe he's just got a thing with,
For traveling?
yeah, like these roles where he's
Let's let's
traveling and
let's give Tom a call. Hey Tommy,
yeah.
Tom, do you like traveling a lot?
Apparently, I will only take a movie nowadays where the plot
Where
has
I
me
get to
traveling. Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, man. So 2024, um, yeah, lot that I would like to do this year, a lot going on. I know besides me turning 40, Ashley and I actually will have our 10-year anniversary this year as well. Believe it. We'll be,
Good God.
we'll be 10 years in April.
Wow. So how's the
Yeah.
10-year itch treating you?
So that's huge. I didn't know there was a 10-year itch, if that tells you anything.
Well, that's better. That's really good that you don't even know that there's a 10
Yeah,
year
yeah, I
itch.
heard there was a 7-year itch. I heard about the
Was
7-year
that?
itch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's 7 year
7 year.
itch. My bad.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We got past that. Like
No, yeah.
yeah. So it's
Yeah.
10 years. 10 years now, man. So
Man, that's awesome.
so yeah, so we're planning just vow renewal.
Nice.
We're gonna be Um, we're gonna be going to Vegas for that. We liked Vegas when we went. Yeah,
Ooh-wee.
we liked it when we went 2 years ago. We went 2 years ago. My job sent us, and we loved it. Had the time of our lives, and so we said, um, when it came to talking about this year for our anniversary, we were both just like, yeah, let's do Vegas again. So that's what we're gonna do, man.
I have a suggestion. Save enough money aside that you can play a slot machine when you get off the plane
Mm-hmm.
and a slot machine when you can get back on the plane.
Okay. Okay.
But give yourself enough time when have to get back on the plane just in case you hit the jackpot. Well,
That would
I
be
guess you
fun.
can miss your
Yeah.
flight. Yeah, I guess you could miss your flight in that scenario.
Yeah. Trying
But I'm
to.
just
Yeah.
thinking about a person that has a
Listen.
work schedule, that type of scenario. But if you hit the jackpot, you're like, ah, screw it,
Right. Right.
I can miss
Exactly. Yeah.
work.
Miss a couple years of work. It's all good.
Yeah, yeah. But
But
that's
yeah,
that
man.
pretty good idea right there.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I'll definitely keep that one in
Do
mind.
y'all like steak?
Oh, we love steak.
Then they opened up inside Caesar's Palace, Peter Luger's.
Oh, we had to check it out. We actually
Y-
stayed at Caesar's last time we were there,
Yeah,
so that wasn't open. I don't think they had that then. Yeah, cause
yeah.
all
So
right, well,
it's a branch of the iconic Peter Luger's steakhouse that's in New York. So
oh,
they expanded it out to
wow,
Caesar's, I believe. So
oh, cool. We'll definitely have to
and
check
also
it
check
out,
out La
man.
Thai if you like Thai
Okay.
food. La Thai.
Well, I like Thai food. We've
I
done
know you
Thai
do.
food.
Well, you like Thai people.
I like. Yeah, I like the Thai person I know. Two Thai people I know.
Two.
You
Who's the
and your
second Thai?
mother.
Oh yeah.
uh but yeah, man. So we got that going on, and then man, I really it's still a little bit of a stretch, but I would love to make it out to Paris for the Olympics this year. It's late July into August. My mind is still there. I'm like, I've been wanting to go to an
Paris.
Olympics for years,
Hmm.
and Paris is never not necessarily been just the most appealing place to me, but I think it would be cool now to finally go to the Olympics in Paris. And there's a couple narratives like I love the U.S. women's soccer team trying to make a
Okay. I was like,
comeback. The
yeah,
men's basketball
basketball.
team after
Yeah.
losing in the World Championships recently. A year ago or so, saying we're gonna beat everybody by double
Were they
digits.
bringing back a dream team?
Oh, in so many words, all the top players have agreed to play in this one
Well, that's
because the
good.
U.S. lost last time and last year, and then U.S. Women's track and men's track are are both at the top of the game,
Hmm.
and Jamaica, of course, is the main competitor. But there's a opportunity for the men's and women to win gold in a 100, 200,
Hmm.
and 400. Do a sweep, which will be difficult, very difficult. But there's a possibility they're that good. So it's just so many narratives that I want to
Gymnastics
see
too,
play
isn't
out.
it? Isn't
Oh, and then
gymnastics?
gymnastics, yeah. And I
Yeah.
don't even know if Simone Biles is gonna compete, but there's some up and coming um gymnasts
Swimming,
that are really good. Yeah, and swimming.
swimming too.
I mean, yeah. So like I said, some of these narratives have just been out there. I'm interested to see them play out. I would love to be in person.
So
We'll see.
it's every 4 years, right?
Right, right.
Huh. I never really paid attention to that. So that means the Olympics would typically hit during election cycle years.
Wow.
Isn't that right?
Yep. Yep, that's true.
Because I
Because it's
just never,
'08.
I never
Yep.
pay attention to it.
'08, 2012, 2016. That's true. Mm-hmm.
Because it's 4 year cycles. Election years, 4 year cycles. Huh.
Yep, and it's right there. Yeah, I never
But
thought about that part of it. Yeah, it
no,
coincides. Hmm.
yeah. And well, also too, you're kind of branching out a little bit more into your business, aren't you, this year?
Oh yeah, definitely. Did you see you saw my most recent post
I've
about
seen a
Birmingham
lot.
Corpse work work
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I've been posting
I've
a lot of stuff lately, right? Like I've been posting
that's what I
more.
was about to say. You've been posting a lot of stuff here lately,
Yeah,
and
man.
and it's you're trying to get into that professional space of being able to
Yeah.
bring awareness to your skills and abilities, and I think it's really cool.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Yes. I'm starting to hit a little stride with being able to kind of just balance what I do on a day to day with my current profession in the classroom with just making that time to get content out and
Is it
you
hard?
know different. Well, it's been hard in the past, but now I'm just I've subscribed to my methodology of
Well, I was about to
refresh,
say you
refocus,
practice what you
rebuild.
preach.
Yeah, I practice
Yeah,
what I preach, and so I just hit a nice stride, and it's kind of just some things coming to fruition with some different principles I practice. So the principles are now just meeting clarity. So now that I've got clarity with how I want to move forward with some things, I'm able to get content out, and I'm able to get it out in different modalities. So when you see like with the videos, with the little comedy sketches, I'm
I
just
love them.
yeah, thank you, man. I got to get some more out, but I'm appealing. I'm just trying to appeal to everyone right there, just everyone from the high school student to the working professional. So though most of my comedy sketches will have to do with the work environment or something that a professional could relate to, at the same time I want to be able to relate to teenagers, and I want it to be funny for them. So that's kind of my objective with those. And then I've got my blogs going that deal with mainly like productivity, time management. And then on my LinkedIn I share a lot of other articles about career development and stuff like that that I just find. So yeah, man, it's just more so about figuring out how you want to get the message out. And so now, because I've got kind of this balance, it's easy to just be consistent. I used to
Hmm.
get caught up in just trying to like back and going back and forth in my mind about when should I put this out? What do I want to put out? How do I
Right.
want to project myself? But now I've got this clarity. Okay, I'm really heavily focused on the career side of things, and since I've got that clarity, it makes things a little bit simpler. But yeah, man, it's definitely multifaceted, and so
So you
yeah,
said you're using one of the principles that you practice and refresh, refocus, rebuild. Like what I I'm assuming that it's the time management piece. Like what are you doing differently? Because I've known you what over 10 years now. Like
yeah.
what year did we first
Yeah, 2011 is when we met. 2012 is when we
So
became,
you
I'm
were
sorry,
third.
2011 is when we became roommates.
Okay, so you were 29 at the time? No?
Yeah, because
20,
it was before I turned, it was before November. So what's this? 2000,
24.
I'm 39 right now, and let's just say this
You
was
were 28.
2023. 2023. Yeah. I was 20. No, I was actually 27. I was 27.
27. Okay,
Yep.
27. So, so I've known you since you were
Man, that's
27.
crazy.
So right now it's 12 years going on to 13 years, which is even crazier. So
Mm-mm-mm.
what,
Mm.
like,
What
because I
changed?
know there would be phases where you would kind of fluctuate between, being focused and then not focused, and then it seemed like at times you get overwhelmed with things. Like what, and you got like three kids,
Yeah.
husband, marriage, daytime job. Now this business that you're doing, plus this little comedy, and you're having to kind of, I'm not saying can stay consistent because that's but you got so much that you're building out. What are you doing in order
Yeah.
to be able, because you don't seem stressed out. You seem
No,
pretty
not.
content, pretty at peace considering it's, early in the morning.
Yeah, 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 bro. No, that's a great question, man. And really what it is I always say refresh, refocus, rebuild is a planning framework. And so with that, it has many different principles that, if we were thinking about a machine, a well-oiled machine, you'd have
Yeah.
these different pieces, these different cogs in place that make the machine go. So in that way, the framework has all these different cogs, but the way that one can use it is you you understand what principles go with
The
the
situation.
different scenario, right, or situation. So for instance, there's a couple that I always use on a daily basis. So
Hmm.
of course, number one, just let's start off with the simplest one as possible. So number one, I always plan a day. So waking up, planning the day, but I do box scheduling. So I'm box scheduling my day exactly what I'm gonna be doing, when I'm gonna be doing it. Number two, I even put a reminder in my phone at a certain time during the day to make sure I review my schedule, modify as
Oh,
necessary.
okay. You
Number
do it the
three,
previous day,
for that same day. So like,
same day. Okay.
get up in the morning, schedule that day out, and it might be 8 a.m. So my classes start at about 7:45, and getting things ready. Well, I'm gonna need a reminder at some point because once I get
Um,
busy into my day, I don't always think about it. So that alarm goes off my phone. I'm like, okay, let me stop. Let me go look to make sure I'm calibrated for the day with what I already put on paper. So that's just one of those things. But um something else that I do when it comes to like goal setting and basic job responsibilities. So I
mm,
break down my job into all. It's almost like, we would read a job description when
yeah.
when we're applying for a job, all these duties. Well, I break that out and into weekly allotment. So I look at all the things that I need to do every
Hmm.
week, and I have a allotted time. Okay, lesson planning. I got to spend
Right.
4 hours, or grading papers. This, and so before my week even starts, I've already done that work as far as
Uh,
putting allotting that time into my weekly schedule. So and it's kind of a process I go through where I write down everything that's already routine. So time
right.
I get up, time I go to sleep, all those different things. And then I see how much time I have left. And from there, I begin putting the time I've allotted for these responsibilities and goals into those gaps. So every
Mm,
day when I'm planning, I can just reference what I've already planned for scheduled for that particular day.
mm,
And then anything new, I just kind of fit it in and modify as I go. So things like that. And it's so, and that's, believe it or not, that's the surface. Like it's so much deeper. And so, yeah, that's surface. And so I've learned so many and practiced so many of these principles and strategies. I can just pull them throughout the day, man, to
It's like
like,
a muscle memory.
it is, man. And it's like, it's just certain things like, for instance, one of the practices that I do is kind of this, and this one would help individuals with just I guess just to kind of decompress and de-stress. But if there's
Yes.
any, my one of my rules is, if I get to any point throughout my day, keep in mind I'm planning a day, so if I get to any point and I'm even a little like restless or confused about what I need to start on, at that point I take a intermittent rest break, and I say, and I evaluate myself and say, where am I, do I, if I need 15 minutes, I take 15. If I need 30, 45, whatever. But what I do is say, okay, at the end of this time interval, I'm starting again. And so I'll go ahead and
Mm.
decide, what am I going to do when I start back? So I know, and I can run right into it. And it's something that I call recentering, where, say for instance, it's been a rough day, you just haven't got what you wanted to get done. Say we're talking about 5, 6 o'clock, and you're like, man, I feel restless, but you don't want to go to bed like that, and you can't get back that time. So you recenter, you look at everything you had set for that day, and you say, what in reason can I complete, in these next few hours or whatever, and feel good about, and
Mm.
things, the practices like that. So it's, I mean, these are just things I do every day, man.
Gotcha. Well, that's really a lot, and I never thought about it this way until you said that. But you really having to do this, bring order out of chaos, because when you're inside of a classroom in a teaching environment, there's a lot that having to try to manage 20 people,
Yeah.
you know, and then at home, three kids and a wife. So you
Yeah.
chuckle when I say that, but so you have to have what's called disposable time, and
Right.
take that extra disposable time and like allocate it and use it properly, and also listen
Exactly.
to your own body saying, hey, I need a little bit of a rest, or I'm getting into this mental space where I'm being a little too hard on myself. And these are, I think, in a profession where people are sales oriented,
Mm-hmm.
where they've got you know things that are very deadline focused, and you have to keep a pipeline that's full.
Mm-hmm.
It's helping. What I've found in doing my role now is I have to really stay on top of myself in order to allocate time to make sure that I'm doing all these like things that I need to do. And so where my time gets kind of eaten up is if I'm in conversation with somebody,
Mm-hmm.
explaining to them all the steps that are necessary in order to do a deal. And, depending upon the conversation, it can go from anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour. Well, you know, yeah, you can maybe cut it down to like 30, but again, if you're rushing people off the phone, that's very disingenuous, and people don't want to,
Right.
it's all about building trust and relationship. So, I'm always going to focus on building trust and relationships. So that means the time that's in my day gets eaten away at, and the deadlines that I have to meet, they're still there. That doesn't change.
Right.
So I feel like with your process, even just laying it out and mapping it out could help build order and structure for people that are like in that type of a sales environment where they have goals to meet, they have a pipeline, they have different
Right.
layers of things,
Right.
and I think if you your process could probably speak to help adding structure
Yeah.
to them. And
Yeah.
so that's why I like it. It's good. And I didn't realize until you were talking about it how much like all of your life comes back into focus, like you taking little aspects of your life and how it all kind
Yeah.
of fits to this to where it is now. Because as an engineer, you were talking about the machine and the cogs and
Oh
how
yeah.
how that all works, how you have to
That's
kind of
crazy.
engineer that together.
Yeah.
And then you're talking about, you know, all these different scenarios and talking about, and I'm thinking about, well, it's got chaos in the classroom and just
Yeah.
so many things going on. And,
That's deep.
your life, no, your life is like, I mean, you've
Yeah.
seasoned into this kind of way of being. And so I think what most people are going to have to realize is as they go down your process is that it does take time. Some
Right.
people are a little bit quicker than others, and they'll pick it up and they'll understand it and do it. And then others they may get a little frustrated with it, and so that's always a great opportunity to kind of just kind of revisit with them and ask, talk with them, have another I would call maybe a session with them and just
Hmm.
check in and say, hey, and, how's everything going? Is everything going okay? And is the process working for you? It's like, well, I'm kind of struggling. I was trying to do it about a week or two, and then I kind of stopped, and it's like, well, why did you stop? Well, it just got to
Hmm.
be too hard. It's like, well, yeah, it is going to be a little hard, but it's a muscle. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't get to the place where I'm doing it every single day
Right.
until it just became a part of me. And then there's even a part of me that actually loves it now too. So,
Exactly. Yeah.
you know, and then that's the whole thing with, this is like we do this, we don't do it every day, we don't do it every week, but when we do it, it's so natural now.
Right.
We're
Right.
like 24 episodes in,
Yeah.
believe it or not. So it's like we can just step right into it and just again, it's conversations are so, especially when you have a good relationship with people, it's
Right.
just so easy to just step into that stuff, you know.
Exactly. Yeah, man. Appreciate you, man.
I saw
Yeah.
you grab it,
But
that you almost knocked that arm over.
you say what?
You almost knocked that arm over. I saw your hand reaching out.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna adjust my camera, but I didn't want the camera view to change like right now during the session. So, but I just thought twice. I was like, I'm gonna leave it alone.
I'm not gonna do it.
But yeah, man. Yeah, I appreciate you for sharing all that. I definitely see that and agree with it. And yeah, it is, and it's exactly what you said. For some individuals, they see it right off, and they're able to take some of those, principles and just most people can recognize them. Some people can just take them, use them, and then others, it is difficult. I know for myself, I mean, I was never the, that organized person. I just was not the most organized person. I procrastinated quite a bit. Was not a good manager of time. And so for me to master this process, it has taken a lot. It has
Yeah,
taken a lot, but it's made me substantially more productive than I ever was before. I used to always I just would not have been able to write the book. And what's ironic is, when I was writing those books, I was using this process. I was at the beginning stages of using the process, and it was still enough for me to balance writing the books. Just using those principles was enough for me to write the books while, I went to work every day, that kind of thing, and was raising my family. But
hmm
now that I would say, yeah, I've mastered this framework and develop a system for my life that works and produces the results. I can manage much more. So at the time,
right.
I might have been doing, work, family, and books. Now, is work, family, multiple facets of different businesses and ideas. And so, and it's in a way that is not overwhelming.
Yeah,
And
because you
the
don't look
things,
exhausted.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
I know when you used to, you would get to a point where you would suffer
Yeah.
burnout pretty bad.
Yeah.
So, and then
Yeah,
and
man.
another side of it too is it does work simply because professionally, look at what you do now professionally versus when you first
Yeah.
were in that arena. You because you at the time when you first were starting, you were kind of just a part-time, weren't you?
Yeah, I think cause let's see, once I had left my full-time job with the Department of Transportation, I was working on kind of
Maybe.
the yep, Biddy was working on a mobile app, so that was kind of like a freelance thing. And then I started doing some part-time work, little small. It was a hotel. Then I worked for a little entertainment venue, and then from there, I got into substitute teaching. So all this is part-time, and then
Right.
finally started full-time as a
Right.
teacher, and from there did a couple other full-time things here and there between teaching and now, yeah, so now I'm the science department chair at my high
Right.
school,
Exactly.
and been it, it's my second year in a row serving in that role. So yeah, and that's even more responsibility at work, and
And
so
then
yeah, man.
also too, weren't you over like kind of in head over a tutoring thing or something? Is that right
Yeah,
about that?
yeah, yeah. Man, so much. And for a while I was over the like robotics STEM program at Sylvan for a little while,
Yeah.
for I think, several months, 5 months or so. And I work with something I've been doing since 2018. I work with Alabama State University's Aspire program, which is a after school program for middle and high school students. So
Mhm.
I do that. But let me tell you about um I'll say this is just a testament to how our gifts make room for us. But I used to have to kind of get on the call after school, to talk to the kids about career prep. That's my area of focus. And so I recently told the director that I would not be able to participate because things were still getting busy after school. Because after school, things are busy for me. Because
Right.
sometimes I have things going on at my high school. Then I'm leaving there to pick up my kids, and it's just really hard to be on the phone, with middle and high school students, trying to talk them through things and stuff after school. So I told her I probably wouldn't be able to do it this semester. Well, she came back and responded, we value you so much, we don't want to lose you. So we'll basically still compensate you like we compensate you, but we just want you to, if you just got to put together videos, just put together
Oh,
videos. So
nice.
exactly. So that's right up my alley,
Yeah.
because
You're already
that's
creating content.
yeah, exactly. That's what I've been trying to work towards anyway, and I've been trying to work towards creating content and selling the content. So, yeah,
Hmm.
man.
Now you
So,
got no excuse not to do it then.
right, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I'm doing.
Well, that's kind of interesting because this year, kind of falling behind on doing it. January started off so rough for me. I had a lot of doubt, imposter syndrome, and just not on the right energy level. I thought I'd be, ready to kick the door down, ready to go after it, but it has not started that way. And,
Hmm.
this week's kind of been rough because it seems like our whole, like everything, like little things inside, family wise, health wise, that type of stuff. It's kind of stressing me out. But I was gonna do like a video each week, kind of marking my journey
Hmm.
within my new career field, and just let people have like a snapshot of like what it could be in that life for them, or for those that are just starting out to see what it's, what you would may come across, may we may think and all that kind of stuff. So I thought it would be something interesting, something different. This is what year
Hmm.
one looks like. This is what year two looks like. That type of stuff. What quick, real quick stuff, not long conversations. You just like, this is how I feel this week. That type of stuff.
Right. But you said you haven't gotten to do that
I
yet.
think I'm on week 4 now, and I've got week
Okay.
1 and 2 done.
Okay.
Let's see that, but there was a time when I was writing on my website and I literally stopped writing like my monthly thing. So
Hmm.
I literally had to go back and create like 2 years worth of stuff and write out like each month. It was for the debt-free journey piece. So I was like 2 or 3 years behind, and I had to go in it each month because I knew what my totals were, but I just kind of procrastinated putting down my thoughts and my feelings at the end of each month. So, like I said, your stuff it's really good because it's something that we all deal with, you know,
Right.
having so much on our plate and not staying focused and getting hard on ourselves for not being focused. And then life being busy, you got to take care of the dog, you got to take care of the kids, you got to take care of your
Yeah.
grandma, you got to take care of the chicken you adopted from across the street. And then, you just happen to miss the school bus. Oh, wait, I'm not in school anymore, that kind of stuff.
Right. Just picking up problems you don't even have.
Yeah,
Just stress. You don't
yeah,
even, yeah, from everywhere. Yeah,
yeah.
man. What's funny about what you just said is
You adopted a chicken?
no, not quite. Oh man, that reminds me. So so Ashley was watching it. She watches this on Instagram. There's this lady. She always like cooks, like she cooks to like really old classical music, and it makes
Oh,
you
that's
feel
cool.
like you're watching, yeah, but it makes you feel like you're watching like a, you know how in the 50s they would kind of portray women, Betty Homemaker kind of thing. So it's
Oh, yeah.
like you watch, and so she gets a lot of people trolling her stuff, and all this kind of stuff. So
Oh.
anyway, but it's funny, but she gives these really great rebuttals or whatever responses to them. And so like somebody said something like do you go out and do you go out and milk the cows too? Where is that? Because I mean, and it fits like their
Right,
comment, even though it could be
right.
offensive, it fit like
Yeah.
when you watch
The
her.
music. Yeah.
Yeah, it fit all of it. And she comes back like, no, actually, I don't get my milk from cows. I get them from my chickens, but they haven't been putting out milk lately. So I guess I have to. And she comes up with this little recipe. She says she has to feed her chickens to get them to give her the good milk. But it's just
That's
so funny
cool,
because she
man.
always comes back with something. So you remind me of that
You
when you
know she's
say
got
it.
to be that's a smart person. That's
Yeah,
a
she's
very
very
smart,
smart.
smart, creative
She is.
person.
She is very,
But
very
I
smart.
don't know if you've ever looked at the comments yourself, but when some people when they put the comments out there, man, my emotional intelligence goes way out the window. I mean, like I turn regress into like a 2-year-old, and I'm like, what am I doing? It
They,
it's it could be intentionally doing this just to rile me up. It could be a robot. It could be
yeah.
a 2-year-old. What? And why am I responding like this? Who cares? Why do I care so much? I know
Yeah.
my stuff ain't that great. Come on.
I know what you mean, though. I know what you mean. Yeah.
How weird? I mean, it didn't well, maybe because it didn't exist, the internet. And that's why we do get riled up like that on comments.
I,
Is that
I, I
why?
I think we get riled up too because there's a level of insecurity we naturally have too with it.
Mm-hmm.
So we already, I mean, it's like art. We're putting something out there to the world, so we're
Yeah.
already, even if we're confident, there's a level of insecurity. So when we see somebody critical, there's something off in our brain that also that goes off in our brain saying it inherently is like, okay,
They're
is this
attacking
true?
us.
Yeah, exactly. Like what? Like and it does hurt because we're human. But
Right.
but yeah, man. On another note, man, folks are so creative. Some of those comments are so funny. I see people just posting on different folks stuff. I'm like, everybody, I'm like, God, when he created people, he just really, I love the humor he gave us, man.
Yeah. I mean, humor has to be a creation of the Lord.
Yeah.
I mean, the second everything fell, he's like, "Hey, comedy, we need you down there, like now." Like, "Hi, Lord." Like, we need you down there now. It's like I don't understand, Lord. Look, they'll get it. Just go on
Just
down there.
go.
And it's like, all right, Jesus, I'll be back. He
Yeah,
comes
man, we
back all
needed it,
beaten
man.
up, black eyed, cut up. It's like, how is it down there? Well, it's not good.
Yeah, man.
Well, it's
Yeah,
not
I
good.
feel
When you think about it, because if like as bad as things get, you know, you can say something just that really is relatable or
Yeah.
poignant, and that person will just
We'll
like
just
die out
burst out
laughing.
laughing. It's
Or
amazing. Yeah.
or things that you shouldn't laugh at, you laugh at, like a kid
Yeah.
falling down and scraping his knee. It's like that's
It's
terrible,
right. It's terrible. But it's like
you
how he
know?
does it could be so
But
funny.
then you
Yeah.
laugh and it's just
Yeah.
like I'm a terrible human being. It's like wonderfully made, I guess, but golly, and then if you think about it from the like couple layers up, there's guys sitting there recording every thought and action that we're doing, and then they're sitting there recording it, and it's like, yep, 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 record that. He just said that, and
Hmm.
they're probably chuckling at us too, just sitting there like.
Right. It's funny, man. It's
But
funny.
that's why I'm glad you're doing comedy in some form or fashion because you know people need to laugh. They need to have hope. They need to not take themselves so seriously, you know?
Right. Right. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Definitely, bro. Well, all right, bro. You know what
I
time
know
it is.
it. I know
I just got the cue.
it. You just got they
Yep.
flashed the light on you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, just
Yeah,
I didn't
that's
know
what
who
they
was
need.
behind the door, but it
That's
was
what they
one
need to
of
do
them.
next time is they just need to flash the light, just like it's like an
Yeah,
actual like
exactly.
on stage. It's like, okay, that's my cue. That's my cue. I gotta get out of here. It's been a great night. I'm Derek Lovett.
Right,
Pressure
right,
focus
right.
rebuild.
Well, it's been fun, bro. It's been good as always.
Yeah. Well, here's to
Uh,
2024.
Here's a 2024, man.
That's a
That's a
pound.
pound. Love you, bro.
Love you too, buddy.
See you later.
Say it. Bye.